Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and happy new year. If this is your first time here, you're welcome to Sew with Mediva, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for sticking to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to make this gathered bubu dress with side pockets and a built-up neckline using ashoke. So this dress also has belt on the side to create the snatched effect on the waistline. If this is something you are interested in, make sure to keep watching and make sure you watch to the end, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment and subscribe. So to make this dress, I made use of 3 yards of this beautiful African print fabric. A smaller size might need up to 2.5, and then I have my ashoke here. I just have one long strap of it. I'm going to use this for both the neckline and the sleeve design. And then I have my ruler, my scissors, my tape rule and my chalk. So the first thing we want to do is to fold our fabric, and you're going to fold the fabric using the biggest circumference of your body. For mine, it is my hip measurement. So my hip measurement divided by 4 is 11 inches, and then I added 5 extra inches to it. So I'm going to fold my fabric by 16. So I just want to confirm if I have my fabric folded by 16 now. So it is too much and I'm going to adjust it to fold by 16. So divide your hip measurement by 4 and add 5 extra inches to it. So right now I have my fabric folded by 16. So this is what we have. So this is my hip divided by 4 plus 5 extra inches to make 16 inches. So you can go ahead to further fold this 16 inches into 4 to cut the front and the back together. But for mine, I'm going to be cutting it separately. So this is for the front panel alone. So this dress is in two parts, the upper part which is the bubu and the lower part which is the gathered design. So right now I'm going to determine where I want the length of the upper part to stop. So starting from that point of my fabric, I'll come down to my hip line which is 24 inches and then add 2 extra inches to it. So I'm marking from my shoulder to my hip line plus 2 extra inches, which is 26 inches for me. So that is where the upper part is going to stop, and then I will cut it out. So this is for the front panel alone. So I'll use the front panel now to cut out the back, and it's going to be exactly the same thing because this dress has no zipper. So I'm gonna have to cut out another piece for the back, and you can see they are both in a fold of 2. That is why I said you can just fold your fabric into 4 to cut together, but I prefer to do mine this way. So after folding, this is what we have. The first thing you want to do is to mark out a starting line which is going to serve as the shoulder line. So since this dress is a cut together sleeve, I just want to know how much fabric I'll be have left for my sleeve. So from the closed angle of my fold, I'm going to measure my shoulder measurements divided by 2, which is 8 inches. So since I have 16 inches in total, the remaining 8 inches is going to serve as my sleeve, and then I'll still be adding ashoke to make it longer. I hope you guys understand. So my sleeve length is going to be 8 inches plus the ashoke extension. So after doing that, the next thing is to mark the neckline. So from the folded angle again, I'm going to take the wideness of the neckline, which is 3 inches, and the depth of the back neckline, which is 1 inch, and then go ahead to connect the points together. After that, I'll come over to the opened part of my fold and come down by 1 inch from my shoulder line, then connect it to meet the neck width to create my shoulder slope. So guys, just follow closely what I'm doing, even if the chalk is not all that visible to you. After that, the next thing is to mark the armhole opening. So from that shoulder slope line, I'll come down by 9 inch for my size. A smaller size can do 8 inches. So I'll mark 9 inches from the shoulder slope line and just extend the line into the fabric to create the bust line. So extend your line into your fabric this way to create your bust line. After that, from the shoulder line, I'll go ahead to mark from my shoulder to my waistline, which is 16 inches. Go ahead to mark your own correct measurement, and also mark from my shoulder to my hip line, which is 24 inches. And then I'll connect the points this way. Just follow what I'm doing. So after that, I'll come over to the bust line now and mark my round bust measurements divided by 4, which is 10.5 inches. I'll add 1 inch for ease and 1 inch for seam allowance to make 12.5 inches. On the waistline, I'll mark my round waist measurements divided by 4, which is 9 inches. I'll add 1 inch for ease and 1 inch for seam allowance. And then on the hip line, I'll mark my round hip measurements divided by 4, which is 11 inches. I'll add 1 inch for seam allowance and 2 extra inches because the hip area is kind of like an A-line shape, so you want it wider than the upper part. So I mark 2 extra inches for ease. So go ahead to mark your own correct measurements following this method and then connect the points together this way, creating that A-line effect, and then form a curve towards the armhole area as you can see. So let me go ahead now to cut it out so that you guys can understand better. So this is what we have on the side. I'll add half an inch to the shoulder for the joining allowance and then cut out the back neckline. I'm cutting out the back neckline on both the front and the back panels. So before I separate the fabrics, I'm going to mark where I want my pocket to be. So from the waistline, I'll just come down by 2 inches. I'll mark that point and notch it on all 4 fabrics. I'll notch it this way and then form a slight curve towards the side. After that, I'll set the back panel aside so that we can work on the front neckline. So for the front, remember we're going to replace the center front with ashoke. So I'm going to come out by 3 inches from the folded part. I'll mark 3 inches all the way up this way and then use my ruler to connect the points together. I use 3 inches because the wideness of the ashoke I'm going to be working with is 3 inches. So I'll cut that point out this way. After cutting out, you're going to have 2 pieces of fabric that looks like this. So that 3 inches we took out, we're going to replace it with the ashoke fabric. So the next thing we want to do is to join the front and the back panels on the shoulder. So I'm going to place them right sides facing each other this way. And then use half an inch, the half an inch allowance I added, I'm going to use it to join the shoulders together. I'll go ahead to close it up on the shoulder using half an inch and do the same thing on the other side. So when I'm done with that, I'll show you guys. So guys, after closing up the shoulders, this is what we have. The next thing we want to do is to fix the ashoke on the sleeve. So I'll open up the sleeve this way and then measure what I have from back to front. So I have about 19.5 inches here. So I'm going to be cutting out 20 inches length for my ashoke. So I'll measure 20 inches. So I'll mark out the 20 inches point and just cut out the length that I need. So I want the extension to be around 3 inches and the wideness of the ashoke I have is 6 inches. So I'm going to fold it into 2 to get a crease line and just follow that line to divide it. So I'm going to use it for both of the sleeves. So after doing that, I'm going to place the ashoke now. The part of the ashoke where I just cut, I'm going to place it on my fabric this way. So the other side is already weaved. If you know ashoke, you know that one side, the 2 edges are always weaved out already. So this part I just cut, I placed it on my fabric this way on the right side, while the weaved part is on the other side, and then I'll stitch it using half an inch. So when I'm done with that part, I'll repeat the same process on the other side. Make sure the side of the ashoke where you cut is sitting at the edge of the fabric this way, and then go ahead to stitch it together using half an inch allowance. So when I'm done with that, I will show you guys. So guys, after stitching, this is what we have. You can see how beautiful it looks already. The next thing we want to work on is the built-up neckline for this dress. So I'm going to fold the neckline this way. I'm going to fold it this way. Just watch what I'm doing. So after folding, I'll go ahead to notch the center back neckline. So go ahead to notch it. And then I'll take my tape rule and measure from the center back all the way down to the full length. So just follow what I'm doing. So for mine, I got 30.5 inches. So that will be multiplied by 2 because it goes all around the neckline. So another method you can use to measure this is to get the midpoint of the back neckline again and then just measure one side all the way down. So whatever you have on this side is the same thing you'll have on the other side. And I have the same 30.5 inches. So that means I need a fabric length of 61 inches to go all around the neckline of this bubu. So let's go ahead to cut it out now. Remember I said we're going to replace it 3 inches on both sides. So since my ashoke is 6 inches wide, I'm going to fold it into 2 again. So 6 inches wide as you can see, and we need 3 inches for both sides um of the neckline. So I'm going to fold it into 2 again to get the line, and then I'll open it up at the center. Remember that the two sides of the ashoke is already weaved, which makes things a whole lot easier for us. So after opening up, I'm going to be needing only just one piece because the ashoke is very long. It's the length is over 60 inches. So what I'm going to do next now is to get the midpoint of the ashoke, fold it into 2, and create a notch on the rough side, on the rough edge. So after notching, I'm going to place that rough edge now facing the right side of my fabric this way and go ahead to pin it down. And then I'll take it to the sewing machine. You can decide to pin it all through before you stitch, but for mine I'll just take it to the sewing machine and stitch it all the way down. Just join the ashoke fabric to your ankara fabric this way. So you can see that on the other side I have the weaved edge of the ashoke. So go ahead, when you're done with that side, you come over to the other side and stitch the ashoke to your fabric all the way down. So when I'm done doing all of that, I'll show you guys what it looks like. So guys, after stitching, this is what we have. You can see how neat and beautiful this looks. So you should have something that looks just like this. The next thing we want to do is to determine the depth of the front neckline. And for mine, I'll be making use of 9 inches so that it passes through my head easily. So from the shoulder, I'm going to come down to 9 inches and just mark the point with my chalk. You can do 10 inches if you want it more opened. So right now I'm going to place the two ashoke on each other this way. Just place it on each other slightly. You don't need to do too much. So open it up this way and then place the edges on each other this way. Starting from that 9 inches points that I marked, I'm going to go ahead and stitch the ashoke down on each other. Just go ahead to close it up, making sure you are stitching very close to the edge all the way down. After closing up, this is what it looks like. You can see how beautiful and neat it looks now. So the next one we want to work on is the gathers at the base of the dress. So to get the length of fabric you'll be needing, you have to measure from one side to the other side. So after measuring mine, I have about 30.5 inches, but I'm going to work with 30 inches. So to get the gathered effect, I'm going to multiply that figure by 2. You can do 2.5 if you want yours fuller. So 30 multiplied by 2 is 60 inches. So that means the wideness of the fabric I'll be using is going to be 60 inches. And then for the length, you're going to determine that by how long you want your dress to be. So this dress is a short dress. You don't have to make it too long. So the length of my own dress is 38 inches. So since I already worked with 26 inches for the upper part, the length of the fabric I'll be using for the gathers will be around 12 inches, but I'll cut out 14 inches because of the joining allowance and folding at the base. So guys, I've gone ahead to cut it out, and the length, as you can see, is 14 inches, while the wideness of the fabric is about 60 inches. And you're going to cut out two pieces of this fabric, one for the front and one for the back. So I'm going to show you guys now how to create your gathers. So if you have the gathers footer, you can go ahead to gather your fabric to 30 inches so that you just go ahead to join it directly to your dress, or you can do it manually with your machine by just using a loose tension and then pull the thread to gather the fabric. And you can as well gather your fabric while you are joining to the upper part, which is what I usually do. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that now. So get the midpoint of both your dress and the fabric you want to use as gathers, and then pin it together. Then take the edge of the fabric for the gathers and pin it to the edge of your dress. Take the other edge as well and then pin it to the edge of the upper part. So by doing this, your gathers is going to be even while you are joining the two fabrics together. So I'll take it to the sewing machine now. So while joining, I'll just be forming my gathers all the way down. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'll just create my gathers while joining the two fabrics together, and I'll repeat the same process for the front panel. So guys, after creating the gathers, this is what it looks like. You can see how beautiful the dress is coming out already, and this is the back panel. So the next thing we want to do is to insert the fabrics for the pocket, and I have 4 fabrics cut out already. Remember, we already notched the point where we want our pockets to be. So the dimension of the pocket is 8 inches by 10 inches, and then I'll go ahead to place it on that notched point this way, right sides facing each other, and then go ahead to stitch it all the way down. So I'll repeat it on all the sides of the dress, following that notched point, and then I'll show you guys. So after stitching down the fabric, this is what it looks like. So before we go ahead to close up the sides, we're also going to insert a belt on the two sides of this dress. So I've gone ahead to create my belt already. I folded my fabric into two. I stitch it all the way down, made sure one edge is closed, and then I turned it over to the right side. The length of my belt is 30 inches and 1.5 inches wide, and I have 2 of it. So from the pocket notch, I came up by 2.5 inches, and then I'll just go ahead to pin my belt to the back panel this way. On the other side, I'll repeat the same thing and then pin the belt. So after pinning the belt, I'll then flip my fabric to the wrong side and then take my time to arrange it properly this way, making sure the right sides are facing each other and making sure all the points align. And then I'll take it to my sewing machine and close it up all the way. I'll close up the pocket and then stitch it all the way down. I'll repeat the same thing on the other side and I'll show you guys. So guys, after closing up, this is what we have. So before I flip it over to the right side, I'm going to notch the seam around this armhole area. So just notch that curved part of your seam so that it relaxes very well on the right side. So right now, I'll go ahead to flip my dress to the right side for you guys to see the beautiful outcome. So this is what we have. You can see how beautiful and neat this looks. So when you wear your dress, you tie your belt to the back to give that snatched effect on the waistline. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, share to your loved ones, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.